So what entails that? I mean, obviously the sweat lodge, you go into a big thing that's hot as hell and you just sit there and sweat. I mean, is it,
People
can you
ask
give us
like,
details on that?
kind of, yeah. People ask, is it like a sauna? And I said, yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like a 5K is the same as a 100-mile race, right? You're both running, but
Mm,
it's way different. And I thought, so the very
okay.
first sweat lodge I went to was just with me and a bunch of other men, right? And when I went there, this guy goes, "Have you ever been to one?" I said, "No, but my name's Apache Joe, and I like to run during the day, and I'm blah blah blah, right? I'm trying to be this thing." And he goes, "You've never
Yeah.
been this hot in your entire life." And I go, "What?" And we got in there and the flap closed and I realized I've never been this hot in my entire life and I'm about to die. When we left one of the last sweat lodges, I was looking at my knuckles to see if there were blisters. Like I thought it was that hot when I was covering my
Wow.
face. I thought I had blisters on my hands. Like it was hot, hot. So but something happens. It's almost like a 100-mile race. Like when you put yourself through something that difficult or running with water in your mouth, when you put yourself through something that difficult, you get a rush of maybe it's just like, oh my God, I didn't die. And that's what I'm so happy about. But there's something to it.
Yeah. And so like in the midst of that, kind of like, how people will take mushrooms and they'll drop acid and go to the
Yeah,
desert,
peyote
peyote
and
and
stuff.
stuff like,
Yeah.
is it that, do you have a, right. Is it
Yes.
kind of like I don't want to
Yes.
say, okay, I don't want to say religious, but
Yes.
spiritual, like just,
Absolutely. The very
Yeah, it
first
would be a
time,
total
the
okay.
spiritual.
the
Yeah.
very first time when that flap closed and I got scared, one of
Yeah.
the guys
Yeah.
before said, "Hey, if you get scared, don't feel ashamed if you have to get low." And I thought, I'm not going to get low. I'm Apache Joe. I'm super strong. We get in there and I realize I'm a bitch, right? And I'm scared to death. And I get down on the ground. I'm laying on the mud on the ground and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like this close to
Yeah.
crying. And I hear a woman's voice say, what the sweat of your brothers and Mother Earth will keep you safe. Whoa. And I'll always remember that. And it was the sweat of the other men in that lodge that kept the ground wet. And it was Mother Earth that just left the air maybe 5 degrees cooler down on the ground that made me feel safe. Like it was huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And obviously this is the family.
That's the group. That's the gang.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the crazy woman who had home births without
That's
epidurals.
right. That's my Caitlin. She got me healthy. Yeah, she
Bless her.
stuck with me. She saw the
Right on.
potential. Thank God.